Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name's Tori, and in this video I am going to coach you through the most effective exercise to reshape your belly button and close the gap of your diastasis. Now the first thing you need to know is what diastasis is. Diastasis it's a very natural occurrence postpartum. It's not exclusive to pregnancy. Men can have diastasis, but it is a hernia-like condition that results in excessive outward pressure on the connective tissue that holds the left and right halves of your rectus abdominis. Your rectus abdominis is your most superficial abdominal muscle. So with that outward pressure, and it's so common in pregnancy because you have a lot of pressure pressing out on your abdomen, right, as that baby grows. But as that pressure is pushed out, the linea alba, or that connective tissue, begins to weaken, and it actually allows for separation. Like I said, this is very normal and it's natural. It's even a good thing in pregnancy. You got to make room for that baby. And your body is designed to heal. Your body is designed to come back together. But you need to know what to do and how to do it. The most effective exercise for closing the gap of your diastasis, and this will really help to reshape your belly button as well. I've had quite a few people actually reach out to me say, how do I change the shape of my belly button? This is one of the things that you can do that's really going to help you change the shape of your belly button, and that is breathing. So go ahead and come down to the floor with me, and I want to coach you through this real quick, okay? All right, so now before we get into what we should be doing, sometimes it really helps to know what not to do. Now, chest breathing is actually what most people do. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. It's gonna be a bit of an exaggerated motion, but I really want you to feel what happens when you do a chest breath. And like I said, this is the most common way that most people breathe, okay? So go ahead and put one hand on your chest and one hand on your abdomen. You're gonna inhale in through your nose, and you're gonna allow your chest to rise while keeping your abdomen still, okay? You know, I want you to keep breathing like that. Really notice that your neck tenses. Okay, a lot of people have a lot of neck tension. They get a lot of headaches. This way of breathing uses your accessory breathing muscles. Okay, it uses muscles like your SCM, your scalenes, your pec minor, and even some muscles in your upper back to really lift that rib cage up and out to make room for that air. If you have a lot of neck pain or something, it could be a lot of headaches. It could be related in part to how you breathe. Okay, and most of us need to move away from this. This kind of breathing also stimulates your sympathetic nervous state, so it can increase feelings of stress and anxiety. It can also increase hypertension. So this is really not a great way to breathe. Okay, so we're going to practice belly breathing. For now, I want you to change how you breathe from breathe in through your nose still, but keep your chest still and allow your belly to extend outwards or to distend outwards, okay? Now, this is actually the better way of breathing. It's not the best way. We're going to explain that in a minute. But like I said, this way of breathing in through your nose and allowing your belly to distend, it engages your diaphragm. Now, if this feels harder to you than breathing in through your chest, you're likely a chest breather, and it's going to take some work to retrain yourself to breathe through using your diaphragm. As you continue to breathe in through your nose and do these belly breaths, notice that you're actually using the lower lobes of your lungs. Notice that your neck is not tension. This way of breathing really allows your diaphragm to fully contract, pulling down on those lungs, making way for new air. As you continue to breathe like this, you may notice that your breath actually deepens and the rate of your breath lowers, which actually stimulates your parasympathetic nervous state, increasing feelings of rest and relaxation. Could also help to reduce blood pressure. There's so many benefits to breathing with your diaphragm instead of breathing with these upper lobes and taking those shallow chest breaths, which is why belly breathing or diaphragmatic breathing is hailed as the superior way of breathing. But belly breathing is not synonymous with diaphragmatic breathing, and that's what I want to explain now. The problem with belly breathing is that it is not a true diaphragmatic breath. While it does engage the diaphragm for the breathing, which there's all kinds of benefits of that we've already discussed, it does nothing to manage the pressure that has changed in your abdomen. And remember, diastasis is the result of excessive outward pressure on that connective tissue. That's why I'm making this video, because as I've been doing some research on this topic, it seems like a lot of videos are trying to explain diaphragmatic breathing and belly breathing as the same thing, and they're not. Thinking that they're the same thing has led to a lot of people struggling to see the results to close their diastasis and eliminate that mommy pooch, because they're doing all of these exercises that people are saying, hey, this is going to eliminate that mommy pooch, this is going to heal your diastasis, but they're talking about belly breathing and diaphragmatic breathing as though they're the same thing, and they're not. So I want you to think of your diaphragm as like a trampoline. When you inhale, your diaphragm actually goes down, just like if someone was going to jump on a trampoline, it would go down. Well, that pressure can only go down into your pelvic floor. Abdomen is filled with all your abdominal contents, right? Whether you have a baby or not, your internal organs weigh approximately 15 pounds. So as the pressure increases in your abdomen, that pressure can only go down into your pelvic floor. And if you have a weak pelvic floor, you'd experience prolapse or hernias or hemorrhoids, or it can go out, creating something like diastasis or complicating any other kind of hernia-like condition that you may have. The belly breathing that we just practiced is only the first component. A true diaphragmatic breath, or as I like to refer to it as a 360 core canister breath, engages your diaphragm as well as your deepest abdominal muscle, your transverse abdominis, and the muscles of your pelvic floor. It's actually the engagement of that deepest abdominal muscle is going to close the gap of your diastasis, change the shape of your belly button, and provide the most spinal support, which is going to help reduce risk for injury in the future. So go ahead and subscribe to my channel and then go over and watch my next video on the subject where I'm going to teach you the second component to taking that deep 360 core canister breath. Also, go ahead and comment below and let me know, are you a chest breather or are you a belly breather?